Close your eyes and imagine healing music. What did you hear? Waterfalls, Tibetan singing bowls, a soft piano with wind in the background? Probably. But here's the uncomfortable truth for many people, that playlist does not work. Healing does not always mean calming down. For a fan, for example, listening to death metal can reduce stress, lower anxiety, and help regulate heart rate better than silence or background music. Yes, you heard that right. Sometimes your loudest song is actually your strongest medicine. The reason is simple. Music does not heal because of its genre. It heals because of its ability to regulate our biology and validate our psychology. So today we are going to tear down a myth, the idea that healing music must always be soft, quiet, and universally relaxing, and uncover a truth. Music heals best when it matches your emotional state, not when it tries to force it. But how can a crash of guitars or a heavy beat fix something inside you? The answer is not magic, it is neurochemistry. There's a phenomenon called rhythmic entrainment. Your body is basically a collection of clocks. Your heart beats, your lungs breathe, and your neurons fire electrical impulses. When you're exposed to a constant, powerful sound, your biology does something astonishing. It synchronizes. If you're in the middle of an anxiety attack, your heart rate is already racing. Trying to force calm with soft piano music can sometimes create internal friction. Your body feels like the music is lying to it. But when you play that loud track you love, something important happens. The music matches your inner chaos, it gives structure to your anxiety, and once the sound and your body are on the same wavelength, you regain control. In music therapy, this is known as the ISO principle. It means that the most healing music is the music that meets your current emotional state, not the music that tries to impose a new one. If you're furious, you need the music to scream for you. If you're broken, you need a melody that cries with you. When you listen to that aggressive genre, you're externalizing your pain, you're taking the noise out of your head and putting it into the speakers. It is in that moment when the sound validates what you feel that your brain releases dopamine, not because the music is cheerful, but because it makes you feel understood. Only then you can be switched to songs with slower tempo or simpler harmony. So the appropriate formula is to start with music that match your current mood and then progressively transition to music far represent the state you want to reach and remain in. And here's the final secret. Your favorite music activates your brain's reward system in a way a generic meditation playlist never can. That song that gives you goosebumps sends a signal of safety to your nervous system. It tells it we're home. Your brain does not release this chemistry with music that leaves you indifferent, no matter how relaxing it may be. Dopamine release depends on anticipation and memory. Your brain knows your favorite music, predicts the changes in rhythm, and when it gets them right, it rewards you with an explosion of pleasure that acts like a natural painkiller. The music you personally choose reduces the perception of physical pain far more effectively than standard relaxation music. Why? Because the concept of musical identity, listening to your music, activates brain networks linked to autobiographical memory, self-reference, and your sense of self. In moments of crisis, anxiety, or trauma, that identity can feel fragmented. Your favorite music acts like biological glue. It reconnects your memories, your values, and your personal history. And this is not a motivational theory. It is the result of years of research at institutions like McGill and the University of Utah. So when you put on those headphones and turn up that noisy song, you're not just listening to sound, you're activating an internal pharmacy that reminds you who you are. Trent, Reznor, and Kendrick Lamar give us two clear examples. Reznor did not look for silence to fight a clinical depression and a destructive addiction. He turned noise into structure, creating one of the densest, loudest, and most technically complex albums of his career, The Fragile. Kendrick Lamar and Mr. Morale, the Big Steppers, is not just making rap. He turns rap into a space for processing trauma, guilt, identity, and generational wounds. These artists did not survive despite the noise, but through it, because when your inner reality is a scream, a lullaby can feel like a mockery, but a song that screams with you, that is the one that finally lets you begin to let go. So maybe the real question is not what sounds healing. Maybe the real question is what actually makes you feel better. With that in mind, we designed an experiment. We created one melody meant to sound conventionally healing, even using the popular solfeggio frequencies, and another shaped around personal taste. We listened to them in different moods and paid attention to how they made us feel. The results were not the same for everyone, and they also changed depending on how we felt before listening. We'll share both in the next episode, so you can try the experiment too. In the meantime, pick a song that feels most honest to what you're feeling right now. Play it. Notice what happens in your body. Notice your breathing, your chest, your thoughts. Does it calm you, energize you, hold you together, help you let something out? Let us know in the comments what happened, and subscribe to BFF Creative Lab for more experiments on how emotion becomes music, art, and story.